Thanks, Kelsey. I'm looking forward to spring break. Up next, Chris Atlakson brings us the story of the glass class and their presentation to Dr. Pat.
On Thursday, February 25th, the interterm glass class presented their final class project to present Pat Long. Sandy Tugman explained how the class created the glass Wildcat.
The class project was the Wildcat, and we had to take the Baker Wildcat and project it onto a screen and trace it out, and then decide where we were going to break the glass, where we were going to have the lead lines. So it's not the the perfect Wildcat, but it's I think a fairly good representation of it.
The project and class helped the students express themselves.
It was fun. It was I think a good class project, and I had a blast. I love seeing students be creative and learn new ways to express themselves, and glass is just one more way.
I'm Chris Atlakson reporting for KNBU TV.
Thanks, Chris. Now, Alix Schiraldi is going to tell us about a fellow Baker student who is from Japan.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a new country and experience a different culture? Well, a student here at Baker is doing just that. He is from Japan and has been living in America for 2 years. His name is Yoshi, and he loves America and the people that live here.
I like food people. I like people. People are really nice, so really open-minded, so I really like them.
Other than loving the American people, he also has another love in his life, American food.
Everything. Well, I like hamburger or stuff like that, but recently I get pretty chunky, so I don't eat meat right now. So I don't eat any meat right now. This week I haven't touched any meat, so still I like barbecue or everything.
He also says one of the major differences between Japan and America is that people in America are bigger and they smile a lot more.
When I got here, if I see somebody and the people smile, right, like this, it was really weird to me. What what does she know me, or and that was really weird, and I couldn't figure it out. I just bowed, so but that's pretty nice to smile on their face, and I like it.
Yoshi also plays soccer for the men's soccer team here at Baker and played for Washburn University last year. He has been playing soccer for about 6 years and says in Japan, soccer doesn't really focus on individual training skills like Baker does.
Yeah, really different. Really pass soccer. There's no such no individual skills like pass and like build up from defense to pass. No really physical soccer. Like before you get tackle, you always pass. So yeah, pretty much different. I like Baker people and I like soccer team, and I work really hard right now to be a regular team. So hopefully I can play next semester.
Yoshi also commented on a few other differences between America and Japan, such as our driving and how the people look.
We drive right side, but here drive left side. So I was pretty much sleepy, and then I was running the other side of the car, right? And then my friend, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, Yoshi? What are you doing? And I was, oh, sorry. Look different. Like people have like green eyes or blue eyes. And then blonde or red hair. That's pretty much awesome. And about Japan, always like black hair, or some people have brown eyes or black always. Because we don't see many foreigners. Always Japanese or maybe some Chinese or
Now that you've gotten to see how someone views another country through their eyes, why don't you try traveling to a different country and experience the different culture for yourself? You never know, you might like it. This has been Alix Schiraldi, KNBU TV.
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
Thanks, Alex. Stay tuned because up next is Sports Chat. Welcome back. Now we send it to Patrick Mirch and Chris Atlakson on location with Sports Chat.
Thanks, Danny, and welcome to Sports Chat. I'm Patrick Mirch.
And I'm Chris Atlakson.
And we're here on the Baker University's baseball field at Sauder Field. And you know what, Chris? Why don't we get it started with a little Baker basketball? Now, this past Thursday, the Baker basketball team had their final home game against Mid-America Nazarene, and it also marked senior night. Now, the women, they fell on senior night 64-50, but Emily Gibson had 23 points and Brittany Hines had 9. However, the Cats were outscored 31-17 in the first 20 minutes and never held a lead. The women finished the regular season with a win against Graceland in Lamonia, Iowa on Saturday, 63-50. Emily Gibson led 4 players in double figures with 15 points, while Gloria Tonmo had 13, Aubrey Gustin and Brittany Hines had 12. Now, the women will host Avila on Thursday in the first round of the HAC playoffs, and this is the first time that they've hosted since 2003-2004 season. Now, for the men, they had not only their senior night on Thursday against Mid-America, but they also had Coach Weaver's last home game as Baker's head basketball coach. The men lost to Mid-America 78-70. However, there were a few high points, with Andre Strozier having 25 points, Malcolm Greer having 13, and Manuel Medina having 10. However, the Cats were out-rebounded 41-30 and shot 57% from the free throw line. Now, in the season finale, the men lost to Graceland 65-60 in Lamonia, Iowa on Saturday. Malcolm Greer had 24 points, which was his second highest total for his career. Coach Weaver leaves Baker as the all-time winningest coach for the Baker basketball team. Now, Chris, what can you tell us about the softball team?
Well, the softball team, they traveled to Conway, Arkansas to play 5 teams on a 3-day tournament and ended up winning with a 2-3 record for the first time playing the season. The first team they dropped to Bellevue by a score of 11-2. They just couldn't seem to get started on that game. The next game was against Texas Westland, a very good Texas team who ended up trailing 10-3 in the beginning, but were able to rally back 6 runs, but still could not get that last run in to win, and they ended up losing 10-9. Their third game, which is against Peru State College, they ended up winning that one 2-1. That was their first win of the season so far, so that's a positive note right there. Game 4, however, they dropped to Lyon College 9-1. They just were stuck offensively and just couldn't seem to get it started. Their 5th game, however, they were able to turn it around, and they won with a 3-2 victory with Ali Losi hitting a solo home run.
Okay. Well, it sounds like the softball team's getting off to a good start to the season. I believe they're going back down to Conway this upcoming weekend.
Mm-hmm. They will. They'll compete in another 5-team tournament.
So good luck to the softball team. Good luck to the Baker wrestlers that are going to nationals in Oklahoma City this weekend. And good luck to the baseball team. Also, we want to give a shout out to the Baker senior basketball players who played their last game on Thursday. So we would like to give a shout out to Taylor Stacks, Malcolm Greer,
6'3" senior from Carrollton, Texas, number 11, Malcolm Greer,
and Brock Etner. And good luck to all of our spring teams this upcoming week. For Sports Chat, I'm Patrick Mirch.
And I'm Chris Atlakson.
See you next week.
Thanks, guys, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Orangeline. I'm your host, Danny Harris, and I'll see you next week.